I'm going to make a statement that you probably have never heard before. From a marketing and sales perspective, differentiating can kill you. It can harm you. I bet nobody's ever said that to you before, but it really can. Differentiation is a loaded gun that has to be pointed in the right place at the right time. And I'm going to tell you how to tell when it's, in fact, the right time. So premature differentiation. Differentiation, like other things that rhyme with differentiation, is fabulous if it occurs at the right point in time, and not so great if it occurs too early or too late. So how do we know when it's time to focus on differentiation? It's simple. You want to differentiate after somebody knows they want one. They can't want yours until they know they want one. I can't buy a Mercedes until I know I want a car. Simple as that. So first, people have to know what the thing is, what the category is, and that they want one. Let's say it's a car. Then they have to know that you make a car. They have to know you exist in that market. After those two very basic sounding things, then it's time to tell them why your car is better. Now, markets and broad bases of customers go through these steps. And so do individuals at a micro level during an individual sales process. Like, let's talk about a macro example. Let's use the car thing. Let's say it's 100 years ago, 120 years ago, and you're a farmer in Iowa, and I'm Henry Ford, and I want to sell you a car. Specifically, I want to sell you a Ford. So, differentiation and how to screw it up. Here's how I could screw it up. I could say, hi, I'm Henry Ford, and you should buy my automobile, because it has the most efficient carburetor. Now, I, as a farmer in Iowa, am going to have two questions for you. What are the two questions? What's a car? Right, what's a carburetor? And more importantly, what is a car? So I shouldn't be selling you a Ford at this point. I should be educating you about a car. I should be explaining the benefits of the category. I should be saying a car is kind of like a horse, but it goes faster and you don't have to scoop the poop up. Or whatever the benefits of the category of automobile are. In other words, right now, Ford is irrelevant. It's all about the category. It's all about the car. Now, fast forward 100 years. Everybody knows what a car is. I no longer need to do that piece of education at all. Let's say, though, that I'm a newcomer to the car market. Let's say I'm Hyundai in America 20 years ago, and therefore nobody knows who I am. So what do I have to explain to them? Not yet that Hyundai makes great cars or the less expensive cars or whatever it is. I have to explain to them that I exist. Hi, I'm Hyundai. I make cars. Sometimes you can make a sale without any differentiation at all. Sometimes just your existence meets a customer need, and you just have to let them know you're there. So I talk about not boring your customers to death, but there are times when you have to have the courage of your convictions and dare to be dull. We are here. We exist. It is a school. Then we get to differentiation. So, when is it time to differentiate? When the customer knows what the thing you're selling is and what the benefits of the category are. When they know you make one. Now we get to the part where they have to decide, do I want a Hyundai? Do I want a Toyota? Do I want a Honda? Do I want a Mercedes? That's where differentiation comes in. It especially comes in if in a well-known category where you're already seen as a leader or a strong contender. So Cornell is a good example of that. People know what a college is. They know Cornell is a leader or a strong contender. So differentiation is perfectly appropriate if you're trying to sell somebody on, for example, going to Cornell. So in that situation, you get a different set of privileges. You get to focus just on the differentiation. You get to go straight for the competitive throat because you can leave all the other stuff out. It's already there. Mercedes-Benz was able a couple years ago to put an ad in the New Yorker that just showed a brake. Just a little brake assembly. I didn't even know what a brake assembly looked like, but there it was. Brake assembly. That was their ad. And they just talked about that brake, what was special about it, and the other safety features that made a Mercedes unique. Why did that work? because everybody already knew what a car was. Everybody already knew that there was a car attached to that brake, and everybody knew Mercedes existed and made good cars. So that's all they had to focus on. If you are in that fortunate position in your business or whatever it is you're advocating, go straight for the throat, go straight for the differentiation. If you're not, or you're not sure you are, make sure you've covered these other steps first. Make sure your audience is with you before they go on to this risk reduction phase where they actually have to decide who to pick. So that's the summary of differentiation and how to either blow it or really use it properly to your advantage.